Yo, what is happening, you hash slinging haunter? Today we're taking a look at the Baby Moon deck. Before we jump into it though, gotta give a big shout out to Dragon Shield, as always, sponsoring me and my content here on the YouTube channel and the Twitch live stream, as well as being a competitor in the Pokemon TCG space. Of course, I love them for their sleeves, and personally, I love the matte style of sleeves. And if you need some color recommendations, I'm a big fan of the magentas and the tangerines. So check them out, dragonshield.com. Link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. Before I talk about the list, got to give a big shout out to Raul Avila, who got 10th place at the Monterrey Regional Championships a little while ago. I've been meaning to try this deck for a while, and it definitely did not disappoint. I really enjoyed this deck, and I definitely want to give it another shot and make some more adjustments to it. The only thing I changed from Raul's initial build was I just kind of fan wrote him for a 7th Dark Energy. I was finding that I wasn't able to keep up the flow of attackers as well as I would like, from missing getting energy in the discard pile early, and more so just missing manual energy attachments throughout the game. When it was at 6, it felt a little bit off, but with 7, it felt absolutely perfect. I could see going up to 8, but that probably isn't necessary. 7 seemed to flow really well. I did cut a fan rotom to get the 7th basic dark energy in here. Fan rotom is very okay in this deck. It only finds us Dunsparces early on, which it is great to get 3 Dunsparce on our bench early in the game, but the deck also plays 4 Buddy Poffin, 4 Great Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, and 3 Artisan, so we have plenty of Pokemon search. We're not really hurting for that, so the Fan Rotom is cool, but if we whiff it a game but open a Poffin, it's fine. If it's prized, it's not that big of a deal as long as we can find a couple Dunsparces, but when we really need it, it can be there for us. If we have an Artisan or an Ultra Ball to just go get 1 Pokemon, can go with the Fan Rotom. That gets us a bunch of Dunsparce, thins out our deck, and is also a decent attacker in the deck as well, the Fan Rotom is. So the way this deck works is the main attacker is just the Baby Moon. Now you might think this deck is pretty similar to an Ancient Box style deck, and it is, but we have a draw engine in there to help us be more consistent throughout the game in the Dunsparce. So it really is very close to an Ancient Box style deck with like the Flutter Mains, and what else did people play? Like Koraidons and other stuff, just more ancient cards to hit for higher numbers. This deck with the Baby Moon is not hitting very hard, but being a 1 prize deck honestly is really powerful in this current format. There's just not a lot of 1 prize decks that can stand up to stuff like Gardevoir or Dragapult, but this deck definitely can. So main attacker is the Baby Moon. There's also 2 big Roaring Moons in here, and we do play energy switches, so we can actually attack with the Roaring Moon EX in a single turn. We can use Sada. Well, we can probably promote a Dunsparce or a Dunsparce, use Sada, attach energy to a Baby Moon and the Big Moon, and then E-switch from the Baby Moon to the Big Moon, and then attach for turn to the Big Moon, and we can set up a Roaring Moon EX in a single turn. And we see so many cards with this deck and thin out our deck so aggressively, it's not that hard to pull that off despite only playing 2 energy switch, and it's usually a play we want to use towards the end of the game. So early game, we're attacking with Dunsparce, we're cycling through our deck with, we're attacking with Roaring Moon, we're cycling through our deck with Dunsparce and Dunsparce, getting as many ancient cards in our discard pile as possible to build up for potential Vengeance Fletchings. Have I ever read this attack's name before? What the heck is this attack name? Anyways, we can get to numbers around like 210 to like 1-hit KO Pheasantipides. We can also get to like the 240 number potentially towards the end of the game to KO stuff like Raging Ball, but usually we're going to be hitting a little bit less than that. But as a 1 prize deck, we can take that 1 for 2 trade-off of like 2-hit KO and a Raging Bolt for our opponent, 1-hit KOing 2 of our Roaring Moons, because the prize trade at the end of the game will probably go in our favor with a big Roaring Moon EX hit 1-hit KO or a Roaring Moon KO and something like the Pheasantipede or an Ogerpon off the bench in 1 single hit. So of course we got the 4 Explorer's Guidance, the 4 Sada's Vitality, also 4 Ancient Energy Capsule, extra HP is nice, and then 4 Earthen Vessel as well. We have to play a decent amount of ancient cards still, because we don't want to be doing like, I don't know, 80 damage by at the end of the game. I guess that's kind of ridiculous. We don't want to be doing like 140 damage at the end of the game. We do want to be able to take those bigger KOs on the Pheasantipides, the Ogerpons, stuff like that. A couple Gust Effects, 2 Boss's Orders, and 1 Counter Catcher. The Pokemon search, like I mentioned, 4 Buddy Poffin, 4 Great Ball, and 4 Ultra Ball. I was a little bit skeptical about this lineup of Pokemon search cards, but after playing with the deck, it honestly felt fine. Also 3 Artisan. We're definitely trying to find an Artisan early and keep it in play to use often to constantly recycle our Dunsparces after they make their way back to the deck through using the runaway draw from the Dunsparce. Now, the Buddy Poffin count might be a little bit overkill. We can maybe cut into that a little bit. Also, Aiden Koos played this recently at the Milwaukee Regional Championships and also made some edits, added like an Iron Bundle, and also cut one of the Roaring Moon EX. And I could see that being okay to create some more space for some more options. Also played the Baby Koraidon in there as well. And I think did cut back on the Buddy Poffins by 1, but was still playing to fan Rotom. But yeah, I think there is some flexibility in here to maybe cut some of the Buddy Poffins or something like that, maybe even an Artisan. But yeah, the Buddy Poffins are great for recycling the Dunsparce, of course. And the reason we don't play any Nest Ball in here is because the Artisan, between Artisan and Ultra Ball and Great Ball, we can usually find the Roaring Moons, but we highly value stuff like the Ultra Ball and the Great Ball to find our Dunsparces. So we're valuing that a lot higher than having like Nest Ball to guarantee find more of our Roaring Moons or something like that. So the Great Balls are great, the Ultra Balls are great, and yeah, Nest Ball definitely does not feel necessary in this deck at all, especially when turn to turn, we technically only need one Baby Moon in play. We ideally want to get multiple so we can Sada to 2 Pokemon instead of just 1 for the turn. But between Artisan, Ultra Ball, Great Ball, that's not very hard to pull off. I know the guaranteed factor of Nest Ball seems nice, but the power of constantly cycling through our Dunsparces is definitely way more powerful. 2 energy switch, like I mentioned, so we can set up the Mooney X in 1 turn. 1 counter catcher to go alongside the 2 boss. It's pretty easy for us to control the prize trade and set up late game situations where we can have guaranteed access to counter catcher. And it's really nice to be able to do that because that means we can play Sada or Explorer's Guidance for turn to find the counter catcher instead of hoping to draw into the boss's orders from the Dunsparce. 1 super rod for recovery. I thought this was going to feel a little bit light, but honestly, it's really all you need. You don't really overextend your resources too aggressively unless you have to use multiple Explorer's Guidance and they kind of go poorly. Most of the time, though, if we only have to use like 1 Explorer's Guidance and then Sada's from there, the 1 Super Rod is more than enough to get us access to 5 or 6 Roaring Moons if we need it, or just to recover some energy to make sure we have enough manual attachments throughout the game. And then finally, a card y'all are probably wondering about, the Neutralization Zone in here as the A-Spec. Another card I was super skeptical of, but after playing some games with the deck, it was pretty solid, and specifically up against matchups like the Joltik box, it can be super, super powerful because they don't really play a ton of stadiums. Even decks like Dragapult Dusknoir don't play stadiums. Now, Dragapult, no Dusknoir, usually plays 1 Artisan, but that's usually it, 1 Artisan. Now, we don't play any hand disruption cards to combo with it, which can be a very, very powerful combination. I think the power of playing this card right now generally just comes from the lack of stadiums being played in some decks. Being able to take advantage of that. I wouldn't hate Prime Catcher being in here, to be honest. That'd be like the other thing I would consider because a decent amount of decks have answers to Neutralization Zone. It's not like a ridiculously powerful card. Like whenever we find this, we just win a ton of matchups. Like I said, it's good against the Joltik box, good against a couple other matchups, but I could definitely see instead playing something like the Prime Catcher to have just like a more aggressive out for us to close out games or get early advantages in the early and mid game. So yeah, it still feels pretty cool, but definitely some experimenting could happen. The only thing that I changed, like I mentioned, was that 7th Dark Energy, so we got 7 of those in here, and that's it. That's the list. That's the deck. Like I said, big fan of this deck. I definitely want to revisit and work on it further because I really think there is more potential here than the 60 that I've been running. But let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. We're running it back. Fam call. Call the fam. I feel like when I click on the Pokemon in my hand and it's like highlights the bench, if I click on this, it should put it on the bench still, right? Maybe not. Just thoughts. Just thinking, you know. Gotta cut one of those Mooney X. I don't know, the Mooney X seems like pretty important. I don't think I'd want to prize that thing. Yeah. It seems too important, to be honest. Prizing that guy sounds miserable. Alright, we got, no, we can't even do this turn 2, to be honest. We're probably just using Explorer's Guidance here, to be honest. Oh, we literally just hit the exact same player. Okay, sure. We're in the exact same situation. I maybe just Guidance to open the turn, to be honest. I could just Guidance to get things going. Fez. The Fez is weird. Why would you do that? They have an 8-card hand. Is their hand actually just dead? Do they have a dead 6-card hand here? They could. I mean, it's possible. I'll let chickens on the way. Would it sure ever make sense to reset the Mooney X? No. Too slow. I want to rip this guy first. Yo, appreciate the 5 gifted there. Me, so Marnie. Is it Miso Marnie or Miso Marnie? And I'm locked. This. Do I want to draw before I guidance? I kind of do, right? I feel like it. Giving them Artisan isn't terrible. It's pretty important for me to have access to it as well. So let's just throw it out, I guess. To build up our moons. Also want to get this out of the deck before I go in with the guidance, right? Broad Vessel, right? Yeah, it's got to be those. Anyone in the discard pile shouldn't hurt. I prize a Dark Energy. I should track my prize cards there, but it's fine. Only one in the discard pile does kind of suck, though, because my Sada's that much weaker next turn. Maybe we can get the other one in the discard pile. We'll see if we top deck. Then we just go for it if we can. What do we got here? Nothing. Chilling. Pass? Sure. Yeah, appreciate the 5 gifts there. Marnie, welcome to the pack there. Mumford. Will. XT Dam. Masamune. And Kintama. Sama. Welcome all to the pack. We got plenty of chickens. But we're all out of deep fryers. Just have to eat it raw. Yeah, the Turo's too slow, Jordan. So like, if we open Moon, it's like if we add one Turo to the deck, it's like, I mean, you could find it when you need it to move the Moon, but then it's like if you're Turoing, you're not Explorer Guidancing, you're not Sodding, or do you even have an attacker set up at that point? Probably not. So yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense to include. Counter gain? Bro, what kind of chicken deck is this, bro? What the heck? Next format question, is timeout even in this stream? If you know, you know. There's some next format questions that are obviously fine. There's other ones that are like, bro. If you ask me what the BDIF is in the Team Rockets format, you're getting timed out. If something cool happens on stream, or there's like a cool deck on stream, and there's like something to think about, like... You say, Azul, what do you think is the best Team Rockets deck next format? You get timed out. Honestly, the person who asks the best questions in chat consistently is probably Horsey. I don't know if Horsey's here, but shout out Horsey. No, you can't change the truth. So do you ever stream the new alternate formats in live? I have streamed one of them. I'm definitely interested in maybe doing another one at some point. But, dude, this guy is miserable to open with. But I haven't streamed... Yeah, I've only streamed one so far. Goodbye, Moon. Yeah, it does not feel great to give them that, but oh well. Lay. It's still very winnable. We don't like... Yeah, this is like... We're still like a fine spot, I feel like, overall, to be honest. We'll see. Oh, this is actually weird. If I promote Fan Rotom, they can KO it with Pecharunt. If I care about forcing a 2-prizer into their active, here's the question. How much do I care about forcing a 2-prizer here? If I promote to Dunsparce, they have to KO with Blaziken. I feel like that's pretty relevant. What's this do again? Poison 50-60? Yeah. I'm gonna force it out of them, I think. If they want to take the knockout here, they have to use a 2-prizer. It ain't Gus in this. Yeah, there's a couple boss and a counter catcher. It's like boss when you always want a Sada. It's not that far. It's not that hard to get ahead of energy attachments. You get 2 Baby Moon down, you Sada to both of them, attach to one. Next turn you can attach plus boss. Was Aichi an expanded event? There is an expanded tournament. Aichi has an expanded and a non-expanded and a standard tournament happening at the same time. Our grip ball, not dust ball, because you go through your deck this downwards, not underwards. Yep. If you get Iono, your hand is probably tapped of resources. Therefore, the cards on the bottom of your deck are worse than the cards on top of your deck most of the time. Like on average, the next 7 cards are better than the bottom 7 cards. Without going into breaking it down further. Questioning you about your Rockets deck at NAIC, which you spoiled on the podcast. My Rockets deck at NAIC? What do you mean? Which I spoiled on the podcast. Wait, is this a troll? I feel like I'm getting trolled here. Yeah, Aichi isn't an expanded tournament, but there is an expanded event happening at the same time. Okay, we forced the 2 prize out of them. There's like a D's nuts joke going on. Our punching their active is fine. Yeah, punching the active here is fine as long as I Sada for a turn, I feel like. I play the Super Rod here ever. I feel like I want a Super Rod for like 3 energy. But then I wouldn't play it yet. Then I go Artisan to get a moon. So ideally I find Sada this turn. Countercatcher is prize. That's huge. Okay. What's this guy swinging for? Do I just throw the neutralization zone at them now? Probably, right? I just throw it at them now. I need something. And throw this at them plus punch. Seems fine. I would still prefer to Sada this turn in case they have the counter save. They can go attach, boss, knockout, get the counter catcher, Sada counter catcher, win. Sure. I mean, this should get me a Dodon, right? Oh! It's supposed to get me a Dodon. Uh-oh. I might still need the big moon at some point. Dude, now this feels pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. What was the Dunny X hitting for right there? Dude, I need that thing to give me a Dunsparce, man. The thing is, I need the extra baby moon to work with the Mooney X potentially at the end of the game. Done. Sada? There's 3 Sadas in there, man. 12 card deck, 3 Sadas, good odds. If I don't get the Sada going, attached stadium is like fine. I would like to Sada here though. Ooh, okay, we're chilling. Oh yeah, this is the turn because plus energy attachment for turn. Yeah, we get so far ahead on energy attachments here. We're chilling. Go attach here. Zoning on him. The little guy. Yes. Nice little punch here. I think we're doing okay. But they aren't streaming. Are they streaming the expanded event also? I don't. Maybe the finals? Is the expanded event black and white on? It is, yeah. They might stream the finals of the expanded event, but I think that would be it. If they stream anything of the expanded event, I think it'd be just the finals. So you're watching Last of Us series? If so, are you enjoying it so far? Yeah, so far it's been good. I'm up to... I might be behind 2 episodes right now. I think I only watched the first 2 episodes so far. Only watched the first 2 so far. I was on Poison Moon. I don't know, I haven't played it. Seems interesting. Appreciate the 22 months there, ball off. We're almost like guaranteed a boss here if I use this, the Dunsparce, right? Let me just go boss, knockout. Or actually I could boss KO the... No, I want to remove the damage from play. I don't want to be able to use more Dory. Wait, how much am I even hitting for? I'm just gonna wait until it tells me. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do the math myself. Oh, they didn't even use this thing. There's just a sacrifice for them. Okay. 190? Wait. 320? Oh, it's just enough. Incredible. Okay, got the boss. No, I did not get lucky. That was very obviously going to be what I was going to get there. This should hit a Dunsparce, right? Oh, it shuffles on that, though. I forget that it shuffles. I would like to attach an energy for turn here if I can find one. I'm so far ahead, though. It's like kind of fun if I don't, to be honest. Oh, I only have Super Rod left for energy. One in here. Dude, I feel like a 7th energy would be pretty good in here. I'm not going to lie. Like, it seems like we can make it work. It seems like we can make it work with 6, but like I feel like 7th would feel so much smoother, and we'd have to like that'd be like one part of the aspect of the game, so we wouldn't have to like stress about it. It feels like we have to stress about this freaking energy, man. The 7th energy would make things so much smoother, I feel like. How'd you feel with the Warm in the Zard? It was pretty chill. I enjoyed it. Watching anime as well? I do, yes. Have you personally played any expanded? Yeah, when it was legal at tournaments. Hazel, I'm here at Milwaukee, and I'm going to be playing tomorrow. I don't play standard Pokemon anymore. What do you think I should play? You don't play standard Pokemon anymore? Scott here. Do they have any plans for expanded here in the US? Nope. Probably Golden Go, to be honest. Golden Go, yeah. I would say Golden Go. Play Golden Go. How would you recommend I improve? I sequence the game quite well, but always make poor decisions on final moves. I mean, you just need to you should play more Pokemon and focus in on those final moves. What tools on Blaziken? Counter gain. Even if I whiff the boss here, we're still in a pretty good spot, to be honest. My boss went to the bottom. Yeah. Even if we whiff here, we're in a pretty good spot. Punching the active is like, okay. Oh no, if I punch the active, they have enough damage to move to my fan rotom, actually. I shouldn't punch the active here. Okay, hold up. We should just have this almost guaranteed, though. I still don't have access to the counter catcher, but that's fine. The Dunny. Wait, what do I have left? I have 3 energy in there? Oh, if I'd sent up to Dunsparce, I could have mooned this. Oh, I definitely misplayed, yeah. Oh, double E-switch. Out of here, retreat, E-switch, double over. I have to draw into Super Rod, I guess? Yeah, I definitely messed up. I definitely should have promoted Dunsparce. My mistakes have caught up to me. That's it then, right? Pass. Except if I attack, they have damage for Golden or Monkey Door. Yeah. Oops. Mistakes have been made. Is it better to have done first than Great Ball? I mean, it just depends on the odds. My odds of hitting a Pokemon off Great Ball were so high, specifically to Dunsparce, that I felt like doing that was correct. First was better. Because then it increases my odds of finding boss. I don't actually know the numbers. It felt like it increased my odds of finding boss, though. Is there a reason we don't see a card like Brassius in more decks like Zoroark? I don't know what Brassius does. So that should answer the question. You feel it was more consistent than Pidgeot? The deck had Pidgeot. It was Pidgeot with Dunsparce, so I don't know. It had Pidgeot. Yeah, Charge, it sounds like you know your problem. Like you feels like you get down to the end of the game of turns and then you make misplays. So you just have to play more games. If you see enough scenarios and you know the answer for enough scenarios, or you start to learn how to get to the better answer for more scenarios, then you won't make those mistakes as often. How would you recommend a beginner? I don't know. It depends what I'm trying to recommend them. But I mean, then you add the dun to your deck. Nothing I said nothing I said doesn't add to that though. Like it depends on my odds of getting into Dunsparce. You use the dun without cards in your deck? No, you can't. I do dive between turns to that. Oh, but I'm guaranteed boss here, right? The game's just over. If I use the Dunsparce first, it does increase the odds of Great Ball getting a Dunsparce. However, my odds of the Dunsparce felt like they were high enough that taking another Pokemon out of my deck for the trade-off of increasing my odds of finding boss off the first Dunsparce use seemed worth the trade-off. Promote Dun to boss. There's even more. Wait, do I even KO? 220? Wait. Oh, wait, no, do I not KO? Oh, but I can moon. I can moon. Holy shit. Dude, we're only doing 220? That's crazy. What the heck? Sorry, we're chilling. Dude, not even Ursaluna would save us here. 220. 220 is crazy. Alright, we got there in the end. It took everything. It took literally everything. And our counter catcher was prized. Our counter catcher being prized was pretty bad there, to be honest. It's pretty unfortunate. I'm new to IRL TCG. I want to start building IRL decks. How should I go about acquiring cards? Should I buy singles or buy packs? Singles. Yeah, bro, I'm just out here lying like that. I don't even need the fan rotom on my bench at this game. I could just not get on my bench because I get all the Dunsparces anyways. So I was saying like this fan rotom is kind of mid, but I think it's worth playing as a one of. But it's really like not that important to play in the deck, to be honest. I don't think. I'm giving him Artisan, but it probably not gonna hurt us too much. Gotta get down the moon and attach to it for sure. That's our guy right there. He's important. Is there Squawk in this list? No. I remember a story about Azul ripping packs to get Mewtwo's years ago. Rip packs. I don't think that there's no story about that. When I was younger, I went to pre-releases and I pulled a Mewtwo EX from my pre-release, and then me and my siblings got a booster box together because we just like shared cards, and we pulled a Mewtwo EX out of that as well. But that's about it. I wasn't going out of my way to rip packs. Are the 70 HP Duns optimal? Yeah, just because of Dragapult. Dragapult's annoying. You said on Uncommon Energy you'd play a Rockets deck at NAIC. I wasn't trolling. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what I said. I was probably being slightly hyperbolic. Or is that the word I mean? Hyperbolic? Why is facetious? Dude, I can't even say the word. I'm gonna try. Do your siblings live on the West Coast? No. Yes, you were. Oh, then I mean, then why are you asking me a serious question? Like, when are you gonna continue to build decks from booster box with chip? Whenever it happens. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell or hit that bell. Whatever. Notifications on. I don't really want to use Artisan yet. I don't really need to attack this turn, to be honest. If we don't attack this turn, it's not the end of the world. We do it again. We go again. Runaway draw. What are we smacking for? Like nothing? You. I sacrifice this guy here then. I'm not attacking this turn, I don't think. No attacks. They can like run around a lot, can't they? Yeah, maybe they can. Maybe they can't. Am I getting these energies in the discard pile? I can find a friend, right? I can like grab these. I could have taken the boss over Asada there, to be honest, probably. That would have been fine. Gotta find a friendo. Oh. Why do you play so many duns at once? I play Golden Go and I'm curious if I should be doing this. I mean, just situational. This deck has more bench space to work with than Golden Go does. I mean, you probably shouldn't be playing a 4/4 to Dunsparce in Golden Go either, though. If that's what you're questioning, it's like your Dunsparce count. You should definitely not have 4. By Dunsparce, you'll be missed. What's my prediction for top decks in Milwaukee? Basically the same thing as the last couple tournaments. Nothing crazy. Same stuff. Guardian Pult. I think I'm just gonna draw first. I play 4 Dun, 2 to Dun. You definitely should play 3 to Dunsparce before the 4th Dunsparce. That's a pretty good draw. Wait, and how much am I swinging for right here? Did I ever get there? I don't think I'm getting there. I don't think I'm getting there. I think we just Sada. You can like run around so much though. It's kind of annoying. Why are you so annoying? You can maybe hit him with an Explorer next turn though. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Have I ever like got this guy involved? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, I should go for a 3-10 punt. This is like fine. This is fine. Think any Hydreigon makes top cut? No. Played against a Blissey deck and I'm going to be for real. I don't get that point of that deck. I'm assuming just soak damage and transfer it. Seems incredibly mid. That's what the deck does, yeah. What's the best condiment on meatballs? I mean, it's just spaghetti sauce. Or marinara sauce, whatever. But like, there's nothing else that's really that good. You can do like barbecue sauce on meatballs, but that's like fine. Think Guardy wins again? Sure, why not? Are you playing the 2 most hated cards from Azul this season in the same deck? I don't hate Pokemon cards. I just think this stuff is bad and stuff is good. You think I hate Pokemon cards? That's a you problem. I can't help you with that. Probably, I could get back Baby Moon here, I guess. Wait, they just kind of like left this guy in the active. I thought they would have like a bigger play on this next turn, on this last turn. I'm not gonna lie. Boss. Honestly, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot now. I could just go boss to Dun. Then we lose 1 to Dun. I still have an E-switch left, I believe. Yeah, we're chilling. Let's go with these guys. They're pretty chill. I know them personally. Honestly, I kind of want to cycle the deck a little bit further as well. I want to get like a Poffin. Not what I wanted. Or we can make this work. Wait a second, can I evolve this? I don't actually remember. Can this guy evolve right now? Yes, okay. We go further. Unsparse? Okay. I do kind of want to play one of these. I'm just going to get rid of Explorers at this point. They seem kind of useless. Unsparse. Oh, wait, no. I should have played the Great Ball first. What am I doing? I'm actually just trolling with that. Alright, we're chilling. Oh, do I throw out the zone here? Seems like a fine time to zone. I kind of want to super out here as well. Get back like Baby Moon double energy. Yeah, I think I commit it and just do it. Baby Moon double energy. Hit the zone. Swing. Air fried eggplants and Parmesan and meatballs. Eggplant on the meatballs? Interesting. Now, you said plenty of times you hate the Dunsparce? Nah, I think it's just bad. I don't hate it. He's fine. He's chilling. Nah, I maybe did say it once or twice, but I doesn't being hyperbolic. I don't really care. The only cards I've ever really hated is like ADPization and I didn't necessarily hate Lugia, but I didn't really I kind of hated Broken Lugia. It just kind of made the game unfun for a while. ADP and Broken Lugia are like the only things I like hated in the Pokemon TCG recently. Hey, what's up, Azul? Thanks for all the content. Is there a player that you're rooting for in Milwaukee, like Rahul or Henry Char or anything? I mean, Grant and Caleb for sure. Besides that, not really. I mean, it'd be like cool to see Henry get a 4th dub, just kind of like for like creating history in the game kind of thing. So it'd be like cool to see Henry get a dub, another dub. But maybe I should have saved the Super Rod to get back 2 moons. But that's about it. I mean, depending on how the tournament breaks down, I'll definitely be rooting for some players over others. Seeing how it goes. Can I commit blasphemy and replace Parmesan with mozzarella? It doesn't sound like blasphemy to me. Are you excited for Gen 10 when we get the 3rd evolution of Dunsparce? Dunsparce with the ability to draw 5, then get shuffled into your opponent's deck? Sounds pretty broken. Also, do you think it's possible that Marnie's Grimmsnarl spread deck will be at least low tier, or is it not just linear with game plan? Dude, that is a next format question, bro. I think I just nuke this thing with Moon, right? Nuke with Moon? Nukes with Moon? That is a next format question, my dude. You have crossed the line, and you will be punished. To the gallows. Appreciate the prime sub there. Twilight Goose. Yo, Geese at Twilight, though? I don't know about that. Welcome to the pack. We're all of formats, so we got plenty of questions. Well, I got an E-switch. I gotta get a Deuterino. Do the thing, Areno. Let's rotate this Brody out. Push this guy. Rizon. I definitely should play around the idea of getting Ionode here. So we go like this here. This here. They're gonna KO this. The rates go down to 1 prize card, so this doesn't matter anymore. So I should go like Ultra Ball. I mean, I just assume these shouldn't matter anymore. Could they matter? I guess they could. Maybe I messed up here, but it doesn't seem like they should matter. Burn this. I also think just vesseling away the Sada also just makes sense. Then Frenzy Gouging. And we should basically have guaranteed dub here, I think. Oh yeah, counter catcher's active as well now. Counter catcher's actually also just active. So it should be over for sure. What's the next major I'm going to? Use the command in the title. See what majors I currently plan to attend. What's the strategy of the Blissey deck? Punch with Blissey, Monkey Dory damage over to the other side. Well, this one's different because it has like the Ogre Pawn, so I don't even know, honestly. I mean, it's using Ogre Pawn instead of Turbo Energize to get the energy in play. But I don't know, Ogre Pawns are like liabilities. I don't know if this build just seems worse than the build that what's his name was playing, Cifuentes was playing. Yeah, attack Blissey's big, attack with Blissey, have Monkey Doors on bench, move damage over that Blissey gets punched with. Are you gonna try the Zoroark EX list that got 3rd place recently? No, probably not. Where's the counter catcher? In the deck. You should try strawberries and anchovies on pizza. Nah, be aight. So pawn with boss, then Mooniax next turn. No, I'd rather do the because if I get Iono, it's way harder to pull off the moon play. I should moon play now. It's way easier to find boss than do the whole moon E-switch combo, and them have a 2-prize turn they're active. I don't know what they play. There's maybe some kind of 1-prize shenanigans that they could use. Maybe Guardy with Dragapult. Concede. It's bad. It's pretty bad. I don't know. It's like bad. Attack them. Put 2 jamming towers in your deck. Appreciate the prime sub there. Feels bad, man. Welcome to the pack. My deep is. Welcome to the pack. Possible pawn. Oh, I already read that question. I think it should have been a current format question if TPCI distributed the cards when they should have. I mean, they did distribute them when they should have. We just want them to be sooner. But yeah, same difference, I guess. Well, no, you're reaching. Appreciate the 4 months there, M's and W's. You like meeting fans IRL, or is it like awkward ever? I mean, it can be awkward sometimes. Like, I would say that mostly comes down to like, yeah, it can be awkward sometimes. But I mean, if the people who come up to me, you know, just like come up, say hi, or ask for an autograph real quick or a picture, it's fine. Not a big deal. I do like meeting fans. Yes, I do like meeting fans. It can be awkward sometimes, but not often. I don't have an energy. Yeah, I like meeting fans. Always down to take a picture, sign something, just say what's up. That's a dub. Whatever it might be. We kind of cooked this Blissey deck, but I don't know if that's saying much, to be honest. This is always a dub. This is always a dub. This honestly felt way better with the 7th energy. This felt way better with the 7th energy. Is Fan Rotom being in play ever a bad thing? It would allow them to Monkey Dory stack damage on Fan Rotom at some point. I think I should avoid Fan Rotom in this matchup. Does it matter that much? They could eventually get ahead on the prize exchange because they could stack enough damage on Fan Rotom with Monkey Doors to get like an extra prize card, right? I don't really mind giving them Artisan to give myself access to Artisan here, I don't think. Just get it in play, just get it cooking. I'm actually going to keep this in hand so I have Ultra Ball fodder, I think. Well, no, yeah, I am. This, draw 3. No, I'll keep it around. What do you have the most fun with? The next deck I play. You say Charizard isn't competitive until it wins? I think in this format... Oh, shoot. I didn't think about having to deal with Badoo, actually, though. I probably should have Ultra Balled ahead of time. Yeah, maybe. I think in this format, even if Charizard won a tournament, I still don't think it would be that. I would be like, I don't know. Charizard still sucks. Charizard could, like, win one major. Yeah, Charizard could win one major in this format. I'd be like, nah, I still think the deck sucks. If it won, like, 2... and it really started ramping up towards the end of the format, I'd probably have to, like... well, something would probably have to change about the builds. Like, I'm not investigating Charizard myself. I'm not out here grinding Charizard, being like, how do we make the most broken Charizard deck? I'm just like, the deck seems like it sucks. It doesn't get results. Nobody good plays the deck. Like, the deck probably just sucks. I'm pretty confident in saying that the deck sucks. Yeah, somebody would have to like change up in the builds, and I'd be like, oh wait, there might be something here. I didn't think about this build in this way. Like I can't think or test every single build, so yeah, Charizard sucks. Can you get anywhere grinding locals? I mean, you're better off grinding PTCG Live Ladder, but yeah, definitely. You can get anywhere doing anything as long as you put in the effort and the time and do enough of it. Did Lugia rotate? Lugia has rotated. So I'm item locked. That sucks. I'm actually gonna draw an energy here. I should have played this Ultra Ball last turn. I forgot about getting item locked. I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. Uh-oh, this could hurt, to be honest. Whiffing turn one energy attachment's like really bad. Now I definitely put this down. He was talking about Lugia X Azul. Oh, like the other Lugia? Sure. Hilarious meme. You got the whole squad. You got the whole squad laughing. Zard will get top 8, and then we'll check labs, and we'll see it dodge Pult the entire tourney. Yeah, also we could like use that as like analysis as well. You could be like, okay, it did get top 8. Let's take a look at its tournament run. Oh, it literally hit 1 million. I don't know what's like a good matchup. 1 million things in a row. I don't think I'm gonna put too much weight in this result. It hit 1 million billions. What the heck? This thing sucks. Okay, I think I actually... What was on the bottom of the deck? I did just get Iono. I should check this. I think I had Guidance first. Energy. Honestly, I'm leading to the Dunsparce because I just want to like keep the Dunsparce engine cooking as much as possible. Artisan. Mooney. Thatch. You're doing alright. We just want to like churn the deck. If we're churning, we're winning, right? So yeah, Charizard isn't that good. I still don't get excited when I'm up against it. I mean, Charizard's a very good card. Charizard's a very good deck. It is just not very good right now. Those two things can exist. I would also argue that maybe not after rotation. Chi and Pop Excalibur before rotation was a very good deck. It was just a very bad play. It was a good deck. I don't know about very good. Charizard Pidgeot is a very good deck, but it's a very bad play right now. Is Aichi expanded this year? No, they do at Champions League Aichi, and it's maybe not Aichi every time, but at one of the Champions League each time in Japan, they have an expanded event at the same time they have a standard event, and you can sign up for one or the other. So the main event is still the standard event. The expanded event is kind of like the side event, but you also have to pick. You can't play in you can't play in both. You have to pick between the expanded or the standard. So, are they gonna go after my Dunsparce here? That's probably the correct play, right? Oh, I guess they can kill my active here as well. Going after my active is probably correct, actually. I bet a bunch of things get banned after that event. I think they keep up pretty regularly with expanded over Japan. Like the developers of the game, I think, are aware of what's happening. Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything get banned. It could happen. It could. I wouldn't be like shocked if it didn't happen, but I take the under on that. You saying that about Charizard gives me hopium because maybe it's the only deck I physically have, to be honest. Yeah, Charizard, like, I would bet Charizard will be good again before it rotates. I would bet on that. I would bet on Charizard being a good deck again before it rotates. But right now, it is bad. I'd put money on Charizard being good again eventually. I kind of want to do some cycling here, to be honest. I want to, like, play these Ultra Balls, just, like, thin out the deck as much as possible. I don't necessarily need to... Yeah, it's just cycle here. It's a cycle. Was all your fault. I need to find the Super Rod, to be honest. That's what I need to find. I don't need to play it right now, though. I guess I'd play it. Oh, it's prized? That is unfortunate. Yikes. I'm going to run out of moons. I guess I could use Fan Ornament at some point if I had to. I don't really want it. Fan Ornament is so bad, though, because they can, like... I don't know if their bench isn't built to, like, Monkey Dory it, though. I guess I'm not that scared of it, right? This is fine. We just leave the done set up. Honestly, this board is kind of crazy. This board is pretty sick for what we have set up right now. But yeah, Super Rod being prized is, like, pretty awful. It's pretty bad. We need to find that. No! That's also pretty bad, too. Not as bad, though. What actually makes it bad? Just bad matchups. It just has bad matchups. That's it. You appreciate 37 months there, Isaiah. $20 hard. Never wins a major in the U.S. Like, until it rotates? I'm talking about until it rotates, not this format. I'm not betting that it wins a tournament this format. I'm saying before it rotates, I think it could win again for sure. Or it'll be a good deck. I would bet it would win as well. I would take you on that. I'll take you up on that, Isaiah. You think this is a real deck? Not sure yet. Need further testing. Is this the last game? Yeah, this will be the last game. We might actually have to cut this game short if they cut over to the games. The Aichi stream is live. They're just not showing any games yet, so. So it rotates? All right, I'll take you up on that, Isaiah. I'll take you up on that. I'll send you a message. 3 to 6 months there, Juan. Imagine losing the Arm Force, Sealstone Engine, Badoo being relevant, and Pulp being one of the best decks. It honestly is just... It's just Pult, to be honest. I don't think those other things actually matter, to be honest, Stuck. Like, you can adapt to Badoo. It's not the only deck that lost Arven Force, Sealstone. I think Charizard's really only problem is Pult. I honestly think it's the only problem with the deck. Once Pult becomes not meta, I think Charizard will come back, like, instantly. But Pult is also 20% of the meta and the best deck in the format, probably, so. Hard to compete against that, to be honest. Do I have another moon in the deck? I kind of need another moon here. Honestly, if I find boss or counter catcher here, I should probably go for the 2 prizes on the Guardy, right? And then I could go into... Oh no, I got rid of my Fan Rotom. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of my Fan Rotom, to be honest. I kind of need it here to take this knockout. Or would maybe need it in the future to take a knockout. Airbox with a problem for Charizard? I could see that being true as well. I know it's hard to like see if it was or not, because who was trying to make Charizard work in the format where Terra Box was the most popular anyway? Like, no one's trying to make Charizard work right now. Like, you can say that, but it's like, I don't know, is it? No one's trying to make Charizard work. Who knows? I need another moon here. Moon me. Okay, we have one more moon. I should check the deck a little bit more thoroughly, because I could go for boss here. No, I'm just gonna go commit to the side and hope to find counter catcher. I guess I could boss next turn. Run away, run away. Counter catcher is also prized. Awesome. We're cooking. Dude, I need this Super Rod so bad. Holy smokes. How many duns have I done? Can I evolve? I can only evolve these 2. Okay. These duns. All these duns, man. All these duns are done. If we don't prize Super Rod, the game is like literally over. The game would have been over. If we didn't prize Super Rod, the game literally has been over. I think counters and discard from fall. Oh, did I discard my counter catcher? You might be right, actually. Oh! Winnable, winnable. Yeah, you're right. I did discard my counter. I maybe had to, though. I don't remember what cards I took there, to be honest. What are the chances that we see Tor today? Very low. If he does well, though, there's a good chance we see him tomorrow. Very, very low that we see him today, though. If not, like, basically 0, to be honest. A good chance we see him tomorrow. Good chance we see him tomorrow. For sure, for sure. If he does well. But, like, I mean, if you're betting on anyone in this tournament, you're betting on Tord. Ooh, actually, hold up. I mean, you're maybe betting on Ryuki if Ryuki got in, actually. Yeah, actually, I actually, to be honest... Ooh, I might put my money on Ryuki over Tord to be honest. I actually might put my money on Ryuki over Tord. There's very few people you'd ever put your money on over Tord. But Ryuki is one of them, especially this season, right? I can't think of any other Japanese players I'd bet on off the top of my head over Tord, but Actually, and I also don't know what non... I know Stefan's there, but Stefan's playing expanded. I got my money on Eder. That's a safe bet, but for other reasons. Has Tor played much this season besides Japan events? Yeah, he's been into quite a few things. Daichi? Nah. I mean, Daichi's good, but... Rahul? No. Well, I have the boss, right? I have the boss, but I still want to cycle the deck because I want to find the super rod. But I can boss KO the Guardy this turn to get 2. I don't... Well, actually, I can just KO the active this turn. But I have the boss play now, so I probably just do the boss. But I want to cycle the deck still a little bit. I need to find the... I need to refine the thing. Super rod's on the bottom of my deck. Dude, of course they Iona me. They Iona me the turn I get the super rod off my prize cards, bro. Yeah. Stream snipers, bro. It's actually just insane. I feel like Tortoise is exclusively playing Japan outside of NAU ICs. Of NAU. No, Tortoise played in like three or four regionals this season, I'm pretty sure. I might be trolling, but he is doing some more traveling. Well, yeah, no, I think he's played in every... I think Tortoise played every European regional. And then 1 or 2 American regionals or North American regionals. It's just Tor doesn't go to special events because there's nothing for him to gain from special events, to be honest. Yeah, there's no money to win. Make sure you to Artisan before you do done. No, we're gonna buddy Poff him before we do done. Because I want to save Artisan to get a moon if we get the super rod. But Artisan, or yeah, I'm gonna use Buddy Poffin first. I'll save Artisan use. If I top like a Great Ball, I'd maybe Great Ball first actually. So I can use the Poffin to get back the Dunsparces. Is Shibby from Uncommon Energy playing at Champions League? Bro, you know it. If he stays grinding the international events, bro. It's just absurd. Shout out Chippy. Run away, draw, run away, draw. Run away again. Run away again? Bro, we stay away, bro. Run away again? Dude, I'm running out of running here. Dude, no super rod, bro. All right, Unsparse, Ultra Ball, Unsparse, Ultra Ball, Unsparse. Hang on, the squad's coming back. We're not done. We're not done, Sparse. I mean, this thing better be dead, right? Okay, yeah. I got... Alright, come on. Champions League round 1 is about to start. I gotta beat this Guardy player, bro. Come on. I need to get the super rod, bro. And they're still doing like the intro stuff. We don't have to cut over yet. They haven't started round 1 yet. Place to be. How did that draw more? I only have 2. I don't like that. I don't like that. If I get Iono'd here, I'm gonna really regret that. I think keeping the Sadas is probably correct. Drawing 12 cards and no rod is nuts. I mean, not really. It's not. I didn't draw 12 cards because every time you use it to Dunsparce, you shuffle 2 dead cards back to the deck. It's not like quite the same, but yeah. Your opponent's a rush. Honestly, I maybe should. Let's get this. Come on. Let's get going. Well, now they put Fez in play for some reason, so I can whiff for a turn and then I don't have counter catcher. See, there's the Iono, so we're probably happy we kept the Sadas. The cycle continues. The Duns at the ready. Adrenabrain. From who? Oh, there's damage on this thing. Okay, sure. I guess I could fan rotom this turn, to be honest. Yeah, I could fan rotom this turn, actually. Go fan rotom, knockout, and then do the moon next turn, actually. Sada's on the bottom of the deck. Oh no, but I gotta draw the Super Odd. We should prioritize Super Odd draw here. Also, my other Didon sources are on top as well. Yeah, I can go for the fan rotom knockout, actually. Well, now everything shuffles anyways, I guess. Let's just take these out of the... I guess the initial draw actually was correct to not shuffle. Think about Monkey Dory in this list? Terrible. Damage doesn't really get built up on our side of the field. That's just awful. Oh, Super Todd. Let's get it, baby. I'm just gonna go Moon Energy here. I think I just draw 3 again. I think this is correct. Because I want to be able to use the Super Rod. And depending on what we draw, we can get creative. This first. Well, this isn't going to guarantee draw a moon, actually. I should just Artisan commit, actually. I should have just committed Artisan, actually. Wait, now I may be messed up, actually. No, we're chilling, we're chilling. There's 2 energy in here still, right? Yeah. No, this is big chilling. This is big chilling. Not even worried. Not even stressed. I don't stress. I don't worry. Running away. I want to play some cards here. Does boss matter anymore? I feel like boss doesn't matter, right? Maybe I'm trolling for that? Could it matter? I don't know how it could end up mattering. It could maybe end up mattering. 5 hundo. Dude, we smacked this fool! Yes, I found my neutralization zone. Let's go. I mean, if getting Iono to 1 here, honestly, we don't have a super safe board. Did you end up adding the Dun EX? I did, but then I cut it for a 7th Dark Energy. The 7th Dark Energy feels super good, to be honest. Earlier, bro. Deck makes suck. We really aren't hitting that with Roaring Moons, though, to be honest. Honestly, 2 Countercatcher in here also could be good, to be honest. 2 Countercatcher in here could also be good. Would you play a real A-spec like Awakening Drum? Oh, shoot, you're kind of cooking. I swear you said the only reason to play Didon was the EX? Yeah, if you're trying to play a competitive deck. Listen. My critiques of the Dunsparce were always based on previous builds of the deck. Previous builds of decks that included Dunsparce, like Golden Go to Dunsparce, garbage. Everything that's been played with the Dunsparce up to this point is absolute trash. I think I do this first because I need the Sada, and the Sada's on the bottom. If we whiff the knockout, we still win, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Vessel also works. Vessel also works. Let's get it. That's a dub, baby. The Dunsparce on top every time. We cook.